Hey, what's up guys, and welcome to another Kev 5 tutorial. Today we will be showing you how to install factions onto your server. Now, this may seem like a pretty basic tutorial, but to a lot of people have issues with installing factions. A lot of people. They either do not use the correct versions or they do not install the dependency of factions, which is mcore or MassiveCore. Now I'm going to explain to you how to determine what versions you need for your server, as well as provide you links in the description below for the server version you need. Alright, so let's get started. Now before I do anything, I just want to say, if you are trying to install factions or mcore or both of them, which of course you need both for factions to work on your server, you have to make sure in your plugins folder, which you get logging into your FTP and go into your plugins folder, you cannot have a MassiveCore folder. If you do, it will mess up everything. It really will. How you would get a MassiveCore folder before you would get the Factions MassiveCore folder, which is called mstore, which is in your main directory. Generally you would install MassiveCore or mcore first without installing factions. Restart your server, it will create a MassiveCore folder. If there is one created, you want to remove that, and you might as well remove mcore too, because you most likely have the incorrect version for your server. So let's get started, shall we? So to determine what version you're going to need, you need to know your server version first. To find this, generally you'll know what version you have. I have Spagat 1.7.10, which means I will need to use a 1.7.10 version of faction/mcore. If you do not know your version, as long as you're running a modded type server like Bucket or Spagat, you can type /version or ver into console and it will come up with your version. Mine says 1.7.10, yours might say 1.8, 1.7.9. So anyway, I'm going to show you the 1.7.10 version of factions, where you can get it and how you can get it. So basically you're going to want to search factions plugin. Yes, I use Bing. If you would like to make fun of me, feel free to, because Bing is amazing. If you didn't know, actually, I have a lot of stuff. I will provide a link in the description below to a referral link for Bing. You can actually earn a lot of really cool rewards for just using Bing as a daily search engine. It works just as good as Google, if not better. Go ahead and shoot me for using it, but I have gotten over $30 in Amazon gift cards in over just a few months of just searching. It's just as simple as Google. It works just as good. I don't see why people hate it. Maybe it's because it's sponsored by Microsoft? I don't know. Not sponsored, I think it's created, but who cares? It's really good. So anyway, back onto the subject. I have a 1.7.10 Spagat server, so I'm going to need the 1.7.10 versions of factions. To find these, you're going to want to go to this link, which I will also provide in the link description below if you would like. Or I might not. I might just provide links to each version. But anyway, I would go to Files, which is the extension of the link, which brings all the files of the plugin. So basically you're going to want to find your server version. I have 1.7.10, so I'm going to download the 1.7.10 craft bucket, which is it'll also work for Spagat, and just simply download that. It's that easy. Next thing you're going to want to do is get mcore, and since it says right here, it says MassiveCore 7.3.0, and that means that is the corresponding MassiveCore version you are going to need to work with factions. So let's search mcore. Alright, so we'll need to look for the 7.3.0 version. As you can see right here, MassiveCore 7.3.0. Simply download that, and you now have the matching versions of faction/mcore. Now what you're going to need to do, as long as you have to make sure that you have no MassiveCore or mcore folder already. You're going to want to log into your FTP, go into your plugins folder, and hit upload. You're going to want to either drag and drop or find and upload the two plugins you just downloaded, the corresponding versions of faction/mcore, to your server. It's basically that simple. Once they have uploaded, you're going to want to restart your server, and essentially they're installed. Now, a lot of people might think this is extremely simple, and it truly is, but I felt like a lot of people do not know how to install Factions correctly. So I hope this clears up any questions you might have had with Factions/MassiveCore and how the plugin works and how to install it. It's fairly simple once you understand the concept of you have to have the same version as your server, you have to make sure you have mcore, and they have to be versions that are made for each other. If the mcore version isn't made for the Factions version you have, it will not work correctly. That is a key thing to installing Factions. Now, I will provide a link in the description below for Factions 1.7.2 server versions, 1.7. I believe 5, 1.7.9, 1.7.10, and I'll get 1.7.8 added as well. That way, every single person that is on 1.7 to 1.8 will be able to install it. If anyone needs the 1.6 version or 1.5 version, feel free to comment below and I will reply back with those links as well, or I'll just add them in the description and let you know. Either way, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Here in a second, once the server is completely started up, I will show you that Factions has installed correctly into the server, which the server shouldn't take too long to start up. It's started up. Now I would do /pl in console to see what all plugins are there, and as you can see, Factions is indeed installed now. And if I were to type F, as some people might want to know already, if you don't already know, slashes do not work in console. See, it'll come up as this command is not unknown command, correct? So basically, without the slash, you type F. This will come up with all Factions commands. This is the best way to prove that your Factions version is correct. If you type /F or F and the commands do not come up, that means that the version you installed is incorrect. Or generally, if it's not working, it will not even be installed in the first place. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this helped you out and cleared up any questions you had. And as always, have a wonderful day.